विहोणा देखी दिल मां दर्द रहे, करुणा भीनी आँखों माती अश्रुनो शुभ सोत वहे।
જતા જતા પંખી જીવનનો સાચો મર્મ સમજાવી ગયું. એક પંખી આવીને ઉડી ગયું. આંખો વાળો પંખી ઊંચે ઉડી ગયા આકાશે. ભાન ભૂલી ભટકે કવરણમાં માયા મૃગ જળનાશી. જગતની આંખો જોતી રહીને પાંખ વિનાએ ઉડી ગયું. એક પંખી આવીને ઉડી ગયું. એક પંખી આવીને ઉડી ગયું. એક પંખી આવીને ઉડી ગયું.
ओ प्रभु तारा चरण कमळમાં आजीवन कुर्बान छे. ओ प्रभु तारा चरण कमळમાં आजीवन कुर्बान छे. मारा जीवननी આ નૈયા तुझ हाथे सुकान छे. ओ प्रभु तारा चरण कमळમાં आजीवन कुर्बान छे. જ્યાં લઈ જા ત્યાં જાઉં મારે, તું મારું નિશાન છે. જ્યાં લઈ જા ત્યાં જાઉં મારે, તું મારું નિશાન છે. મારે ડૂબાડે કે ઈ તારે પરવશ મારા પ્રાણ છે. ઓ પ્રભુ તારા ચરણ કમળમાં આજીવન કુર્બાન છે. લોકો કહે ના આગળ વધશો, સાગરમાં તૂફાન છે. લોકો કહે ના આગળ વધશો, સાગરમાં તૂફાન છે. પણ તું મુજને ઝાલનારો જગનો તારણહાર છે. ઓ પ્રભુ તારા ચરણ કમળમાં આજીવન કુર્બાન છે. ચરણ કમળમાં આજીવન કુરબાન છે.
कभी प्यासे को पानी पिलाया नहीं, बाद अमृत पिलाने से क्या फायदा. कभी गिरते हुओं को उठाया
जन्म मरण ना फेरा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा।
जन्म मरण ना फेरा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा।
सिद्ध गतिनी सफरे मारे, जाऊं चे पर बारा।
जन्म मरण ना फेरा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा।
जन्म मरण ना फेरा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा। आत्मना अकड़ावे, अड़गी थाय उपाधि। हो आत्मना अकड़ावे, अड़गी थाय उपाधि। विषयों ना बीटाए, बढ़ गे ना कोई व्याधि। दुर्गति ना देखाड़े भवमा, करवा कार्यो सारा। जन्म मरण ना फेरा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा।
जन्म मरण ना फेरा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा।
सिद्ध गतिनी सफरे मारे, जाऊं चे पर बारा। जन्म मरण ना फेरा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा। सुख शांति नु साधन, साचू तू समझावे। हो सुख शांति नु साधन, साचू तू समझावे। ओळखूं आत्म धन, एवं तुझ बतावे। वणथंबिया जीवन नैया, शोधे छे सतवारा। जन्म मरण ना फेरा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा।
जन्म मरण ना फेरा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा।
सिद्ध गतिनी सफरे मारे, जाऊं चे पर बारा।
जन्म मरण ना फेरा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा, मिटावो प्रभु मारा।
સિદ્ધ ગતિની સફરે મારે જાવું છે પરબારા જન્મ મરણના ફેરા મિટાવો પ્રભુ મારા મિટાવો પ્રભુ મારા મિટાવો પ્રભુ મારા મિટાવો પ્રભુ મારા
અવતાર માનવીનો ફરીને નહીં મળે. અવતાર માનવીનો ફરીને નહીં મળે. અવતાર માનવીનો ફરીને નહીં મળે. અવસર તરી જવાનો અવસર તરી જવાનો એ ફરીને નહીં મળે. અવતાર માનવીનો ફરીને નહીં મળે. અવતાર માનવીનો ફરીને નહીં મળે. સુરલોકમાં એના મળે ભગવાન કોઈને. સુરલોકમાં એના મળે ભગવાન કોઈને. અહીંયા મળ્યા પ્રભુજી ફરીને નહીં મળે. અહીંયા મળ્યા પ્રભુજી करशो धर्म निराते कहतो
Pranam and good afternoon. We are very grateful for all of you joining us here today to honor and pay tribute to Harshad Shroff. My name is Satij and I am Harshad and Purniba's grandson. Before we get started, if everyone could just please silence their phones, that would be great. Harshad Dada was born in Surat, India in 1946 and migrated to the United States in 1980. Since then, many of you here have seen and played a very significant role in his journey and his success. I'm joined here with my sister Sanji and my cousins Nikhil and Neelan. The four of us, we're very blessed to have Dada in our lives who showered nothing but love while we were growing up. Today, the four of us, our family members and our guests, will share some very precious memories with our Dada. Over the last few years, I met Dada and Ba in various cities many times. But after transitioning back to Chicago a few months ago, I wanted to come visit Dada and Ba here in Lima. So 2 weeks ago, we drove to Lima, and I was very fortunate to have come and spend very quality time with Dada and Ba. After we arrived, we were just sitting in the living room, as we usually do, just talking. And Dada was sitting by his usual spot, at the window in his chair. And it was him who mentioned that it had been 2 years since I came to visit them in Lima, and he was very, very happy to see me there in person in Lima with Dada and Ba. Dada also, carried a small pouch with him that everyone kind of knows about. He carried whatever he needed to, but whenever I would always unload the car or load the car, always, he would say, "Satij pelu pouch, agar muki deje, mara pagni bajam." In that pouch, he kept his, things, but for us, grandchildren, there was something very special for us, his sakardana. Growing up, we got so excited. I mean, there's videos and pictures when he would give his special sakardana. But now looking back, it was really his excitement that he got when he gave it to us. And also, as many of you know, Harshad Dada loved cars. He and the auto industry. There were so many times when he would just say, "Satij, chalo, Toyota ma jiavia." Just like that. So one time, Ba and Dada Chicago avela, and Dada ne u ghar hata bija bada kaise bara ta hum log ko sathe khali time spend karta tha. To ke Satij Lexus nu dealership ka chhe apne jiavia khali. And I said, "Okay, let's go." And we were getting out of the car, and he's like, he was always like, "Satij, tu drive kari dena." And he still said that to this day, you drive. So we went, and he was like, "Apne khali vataj karwani che ni sathe, nothing else." So just he wanted to clarify that we're not buying a car, we're just talking to him. And so Dada just went on and on, asking many questions about the cars and kind of which make is in store, all these random questions. But it was then when I realized that he really loved cars, and he didn't shy away from his luxury cars and getting what he wanted. And just a few months back, we frequently FaceTimed, and recently we had just a long conversation about cars in March. He was talking about his Acura and Lexus and even electrical cars.
like to share a quick memory. So I remember when Dada would teach us how to build, make, or repair pretty much anything, from cardboard houses to 3D printer enclosures to drywalling motel rooms. Dada always knew how to do it, and he always had the tools and materials waiting in room 40 at the end of the motel. For our first speech, we would like to introduce Kamesh uncle from the Lama Hindu community.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kamesh Kasukela. I have come to know Harshad Bhai ever since the inception of India Club. And what I know of him is what I wrote down. To my knowledge, he was a jolly good fellow. And if you noticed from many of the photos being displayed here, he had a very mischievous smile, infectious and inviting. And that made him very approachable. Instantaneously, you would know that he was a very friendly guy. And he was. Together with Purni Behan, he was a beacon of hope to new families in Lima and greatly helped them set up and give, invaluable advice about what to do. They both are very warm social people, always ready to help. Pandyaji was telling me that one time he had his car broke down, and both of them offered to give their car and take it, and use it for as long as you want. I mean, they never stepped back away from helping people. They were always ready to build new relationships and gave very freely to any cause. They had sponsored many Diwali parties and picnics, and just recently again from Pandyaji I came to know that Harshad Bhai was hosting Super Bowl parties at their house. To my knowledge, he was a good person, a really good person. And he had good relationships with everyone that I know in the community. He was easygoing, with a good zest for life, and how could he not with that infectious smile? And he was content, really content with what he had. He was selfless and full of wisdom, deeply religious, and had deep faith in Jainism, but he was also very open-minded about other religions, and especially for food. He loved food. He used to say, life is short, so enjoy it while it lasts, and do good when you can. And kind of poignantly, he said he was ready to go. I mean, every time we would meet, we would have, some numerous conversations, and towards the end he would say, I'm very content, Kamesh. I'm very content. I'm happy to go anytime. And that he has no desire to live long into frailty and helplessness. And not surprisingly, and true to his word, as Purni Behan told me, on April 15th morning, he passed into eternity just as he desired, quickly and quietly in his nap after having a nice breakfast and tea. He appeared to be content when Purni Behan went to wake him, and on behalf of everyone and India Club, to which he and Purni had given their, services and donations, I express my deep sympathies and condolences to Purni Behan and their daughters and family. It is very painful to lose a very loved one. Time will heal us. My association with him, although it was short, it reminds me of some lyrics from a Hindi song. I wish to sing, but I would rather not. जीने का रंगीन मौसम, ये खूबसूरत ज़माना, अपने यही चार पल है, आगे है क्या किसने जाना, जीना जिसे आता है वो इनमें ही मौज मना ले, कल की हमें फुर्सत कहाँ, सोचे जो हम मत वाले. That is a sense of his life. That's what he did. That's what he lived his life like. Let us not forget Harshad Bhai's contributions and achievements. Let's rejoice his life. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you, Kamesh uncle, for your kind thoughts. Next, we would like to introduce Harshad Dada's friends from Lima.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a very sad time to see our friend pass, Harshad Bhai. He's been a long-time resident of Lima and a good friend to all of us in our community. He had a very nice big heart, always willing to help everybody, especially myself and our community, as Kamlesh Bhai mentioned earlier. We dearly miss him, and we remember the good times we had when we used to go bowling together or go and eat pizza and things like that. But he's in a better place, obviously, and we respect the family and everything and give them peace and condolences. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for those kind thoughts. I very well remember when Dada would sit the four of us down and show us sketching and painting techniques from his Surat school art teaching days. Very specifically, he taught us early on that pencil sharpeners were of no use and to solely rely on a blade to sharpen our pencils. For reference, we were only 5. Next, we would like to invite Chiles-Laman, who is Harshad Dada's nephew from New Jersey.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kaushal Modi, and I'm the nephew of Harshad Shroff. He was the older brother of my mom, Rashi Modi, who's also here today. Harshad Mama was a good-hearted man who enjoyed life. When Harshad Mama would come to visit us in New Jersey, my mom was always so excited to see him and would spend weeks preparing, making sure the right sweets, particularly gari and magaj, were right on hand. It was always great to see a brother and sister together and interact with one another because they are so similar. As my dad says, "Bai na ben ekad limbu ni be bag jeva che." Translation, brother and sister were two parts of the same lemon. While they have the same Shroff stubbornness, have similar natures and share the same love for food, one key difference was that Harshad Mama definitely made people laugh. Whether it was when he would share funny stories, and he would share those stories with such animation that you think that you were actually there with him. Or he would come to the dance floor at a family wedding, and he would do his jackhammer or his snowblower dance moves and try to get everyone on the dance floor. Harshad Mama was not a shy person at all. He'll be deeply missed, but his memory and his stories will always be remembered.
Thank you, Kausha Mama, for sharing and your support. I clearly remember that Dada always insisted on taking us driving in the tractor around the yard when we were very young, even 3 years old. This, naturally, continued when I was 14 and visiting Lima, and Dada told me to get in the Lexus and take a lap around the parking lot. But, against my parents' will, Dada told me to turn right straight onto a ladder road. Harshad Dada was survived by his nephew in Surat, India. Today, we have his son, Sidambai, who will share an audio recording from his father.
Jai Jinendra. I myself, Shreyas, from Surat, India. As a family member, I must say what a personality. He was supportive nature, light-hearted, and practical oriented in community. At the last time of my father, Sarat Bhai, he came to India and stayed both brothers together for a long time. I believe Harshad Kaka and Purni Kaki as my parents after I lost my father and mother in early days. A lot moral support from both to my family. In my life, both important events, first my daughter's marriage and second is Siddham plan for further study in USA. Harshad Kaka and Purni Kaki's advice, presence and support is unforgettable. He served a lot as moral and financial support to our family, Rohya Samaj and society when needed. અને છેલ્લે એટલું જરૂરથી કહીશ કે ખાવાનો તો ભારે શોખીન હતા. ઇન્ડિયા આવે ત્યારે મલાઈપુરી અને ઊંધિયું તો ખાવાના જ. મારી સાથે કન્સ્ટ્રક્શન ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીની નવી નવી ટેકનોલોજી જાણવાનો ખૂબ જ આગ્રહ રાખતા. ભગવાન એમના આત્માને શાંતિ આપે અને હંમેશા અમારા પરિવાર પર તેમના પ્રેમ અને આશીર્વાદ વરસતા રહે એ જ પ્રભુને પ્રાર્થના.
Thank you, Sidambai and Shreyas Mama, for sharing your kind thoughts. I'll always remember walking into the motel after a long drive after school, arriving late at night, and almost collapsing onto the couch. Dada always insisted, in order to properly relax, my socks had to come off. Next, we would like to invite Purniba's brother, Harshad Mama, from Dayton, Ohio.
Jai Jinendra, Pranam. My name is Harshad Shroff. I got the same name, so I'm real fortunate that we having the same name, only last name different. I'm a brother-in-law of Harshad Bhai and brothers of Purnima Ben. છે માનવ જીવન ઘરમાં રેવી સુખ અલ્પ દુઃખ થકી ભરેલી. સૂર્ય રોજ ઉગે છે અને આઠમે છે. આ કુદરતનો ક્રમ છે, પરંતુ અચાનક આ રીતે અસ્ત પામશે એવો તો સપને પણ ખ્યાલ નહોતો. હજી તો એમનો હસતો રમતો લાગણીશીલ પ્રેમાળ ચહેરો નજર સમક્ષ તરવડિયા કરે છે. એક ક્ષણ તો જાણે લાગે છે કે આ સ્વપ્ન તો નથી ને, પરંતુ કુદરતનો આ નિયમ છે કે એ જે સંજોગોમાં આપણને રાખે તે સંજોગોમાં રહેવું જ પડે છે. કુદરત આગળ કોઈનું કશું ચાલતું નથી. ધારેલું ન થવું એનું નામ જ સંસાર. છતાં આપણે એટલા પુણ્યશાળી છીએ કે આપણી પાસે ધર્મનું આલંબન છે અને એના સહારે ઘણું આપણને આશ્વાસન મળે છે. પરિવારમાંથી જ્યારે વડીલની છત્રછાયા ચાલી જાય ત્યારે અંધકાર ફેલાઈ જાય છે. અમારા પરિવારમાં તો અમને આજે હર્ષદ કુમારની ખોટ ભૂલાય એવી નથી. આજે એમનો આનંદી સ્વભાવ, લાગણીશીલ, નિસ્વાર્થ સ્વભાવને જેટલી દાદ આપીએ તેટલી ઓછી છે. આજે એમની પાસેથી અમને ઘણું આલંબન મળ્યું છે. એમનું ઘડતર અનુભવમાંથી ઘણું શીખવા પણ મળ્યું છે. એમણે અમને જ્યારે પણ સલાહ કે કોઈ પણ વસ્તુ માટે મદદની જરૂર હોય ત્યારે ઘરના પરિવારના સભ્યની જેમ મદદ કરી છે. મને હજુ પણ યાદ છે કે હું પહેલી વાર જ્યારે યંગ એજમાં સુરત ભણવા માટે ગયો હતો અને ત્યાં હોસ્ટેલમાં રહેતો હતો અને હર્ષદભાઈ અને હર્ષદકુમાર અને પૂર્ણિબા એ લોકો પણ સુરતમાં જ હતા ત્યારે. પરંતુ ત્યાં પણ મને હોમસિક ન લાગે તે માટે હંમેશા મારી સાથે હતા. મને વારંવાર મળવા આવતા હતા અને હંમેશા કહેતા કે કંઈ પણ જરૂર હોય તો વિના સંજોગે જણાવજે. પછી તો એમની સાથે એમના સરળ સ્વભાવને કારણે મને કંઈ પણ જરૂર હોય તો વિના સંકોચે એમની સાથે બધી જ ચર્ચા કરતો હતો. એમની પાસે અમને જીવનમાં ઘણું શીખવા મળ્યું છે. બિઝનેસમાં પણ અમને જ્યારે પણ જરૂર પડી તો વિના સંકોચે એમની સલાહ લેતા હતા. અમે અમેરિકામાં we started a journey around same time of the year. I came in 78, they came in 1980. And અમે જ્યારે અમેરિકા આવ્યા ત્યારે બધા સાથે એક જ ઘરમાં રહેતા હતા. હું, મારો બ્રધર, હર્ષદકુમાર, પૂર્ણિબેન બધા અમે એક સાથે જ હતા આ ઘરમાં. પણ ત્યારે પણ એવું નહોતું લાગતું કે અમારા બંનેવી સાથે રહીએ છીએ. એવું જ લાગતું હતું કે જ્યારે અમારા ઘરના એક સભ્ય તરીકે જ અમે રહીએ છીએ અને સાથે એટલી મજા આવતી હતી તે ટાઈમે સાથે રહેવાની કે બંનેવી જેવું લાગતું જ નહોતું. પછી એવું લાગતું હતું અમને એમનો સ્વભાવ સરળ અને નિસ્વાર્થ અને એમની બધી સલાહથી હજુ પણ બધી એમની સલાહ અમને કામ લાગે છે જીવનમાં. પૂર્ણિબેન, સલોની, નિટલ વગેરેને ખાસ વિનંતી કે હિંમત રાખીએ છૂટકો જ નથી. પૂર્ણિબેન, ખાસ યાદ રાખજો કે હર્ષદકુમાર લીલી વારી મૂકીને ગયા છે. તમારે હવે આ વારીના મારી બનીને રહેવાનું છે. પ્રભુ એમના આત્માને જ્યાં હોય ત્યાં શાંતિ, પરમ શાંતિ મળે એવી પ્રભુ પ્રાર્થના. અમારા પૂજ્ય બેન મહારાજ સાહેબ, પૂજ્ય શ્રી શ્રીવર શાસ્ત્રીજી, પૂજ્ય શ્રી શિલવર શાસ્ત્રીજી અને પૂજ્ય શ્રી આદિશ્વરાજી મહારાજ સાહેબે પણ ખાસ આસ્વાદન આપ્યા છે. પ્રભુ આ આઘાત જીરવવા માટે હિંમત અને શાંતિ આપે એવી પ્રાર્થના. કર્મસત્તા બળવાન છે પણ ધર્મસત્તા એનાથી પણ મહાબળવાન છે. માટે શ્રદ્ધા રાખજો. જ્યાં હોય ત્યાં એમના આત્માને સમાધિ મળે એવી પ્રભુ પ્રાર્થના. જય જીનેન્દ્ર, પ્રણામ.
Thank you, Harshad Mama, for sharing. Dada loved his sweets, and it definitely rubbed off on me. Because as long as I can remember, every single night I spent in Lima, Dada offered me a muggage or two while my parents weren't watching, and we enjoyed our sweets together. Next, we would like to invite Harshad Dada and Purniba's daughter and son-in-law, my parents, Neetal and Naveen Subhash from Cleveland, Ohio.
Growing up, people always said I was just like my dad, and my sister Saloni was just like my mom. Maybe I looked more like him or talked like him, but aside from these little qualities, I really didn't see the similarities at the time. But looking back now, I realize that I am my father's daughter. As many people here can tell you, the Shroff stubbornness gene was certainly passed down to me as a dominant trait. While this sometimes makes it challenging for others, at least that's what my husband tells me, this has also allowed me to be very resilient and persistent. I remember when I was in high school, I really wanted a pair of Guess jeans, but they were too expensive and certainly not necessary. Dad would say, "Kai kam nathi," it's not necessary, but I would not give up. It took many, many months, but my determination paid off, and eventually I was the happiest teenager in the world. So Dad, while you may not have wanted me to buy those jeans with a J, it was your jeans with a G that finally convinced you to buy them for me. One of Dad's favorite things to do was to talk to his friends, sometimes for hours on end. Some would call this panchat, or gossip, but my dad was the happiest when he was surrounded by his friends. Over the years, I've realized how important forming deep friendships are. Having friends that are family is just as important as having family itself. It is one of the most important things that my dad taught me without actually having to teach me. Over the last few days, as my family has gone through this very difficult time, it was our Lima family that provided us unwavering support. We cannot thank you enough. I also want to thank all my friends who have given me so much support as well, some who are here today. It was also very difficult for my dad to show his love to his daughters, but he had his own ways of demonstrating this. He wanted to make sure that I could take care of myself, so our weekends growing up would be spent learning how to change the oil in the car or how to fix a leaky faucet, much to my mom's chagrin because she was trying to pull us into the kitchen to learn how to make rotli. I would always go with my dad. He also wanted to make sure that I was protected for the future. There would be no visit to Lima without my dad saying, "Always have cash with you," or "You should invest in a CD, not stocks." Or my favorite, "Do you have any gold coins?" He was always worried about our future, but he prepared us well for it. I will miss my dad so much. Remember, Daddy, that you taught me well. I am your daughter, and because of that, we will be fine. Thank you for everything. I love you.
I first met my father-in-law, along with my mother-in-law, on their 25th wedding anniversary party here in Lima. It was the first of many firsts for me that day. The first and only time I performed a Bollywood dance. Actually, that's not true because we had to do it again because they didn't videotape it the first time. So we had to do it at the end where they could videotape it. It was my first experience with gambling. It was a casino night theme for that party. And it was my first time interacting with this wonderful family and community. First time that I saw 30 people all squeezed into one room and they were having fun. What struck me about Dad from the beginning, I think as many people have said, was that he was happiest when he was surrounded by his family, friends, and community. Seeing all of you here today would have made him very happy. So I would like to thank all of you for traveling from near and far to be here especially special thanks to his sister, Rashmi Foy and Kamal Fouaji for the challenging journey that they had to come here. Over the years, I came to admire many things about Dad. One of those was how he was always willing to help and guide others who were in need. I think it's been mentioned here already, whether it was family members who recently arrived from India, or his hotel and motel friends who were getting started in their lives. You know, the other thing that I admired was his ability, and I think it's mentioned by my kids, to fix anything around the house. I think obviously he learned this as a matter of necessity from his years of running an independent motel with little help, but it was obvious he kind of grew to love it. What was even more amazing was he always had everything you needed to fix anything in the house or in the motel. It was somewhere in one of the many tool cabinets, in the garage, in the storage room, in the shed. You know, you never needed to go, you know, to the hardware store. He had it. I just remember our most recent trip just a couple months ago. We had a stain in the car we couldn't remove. And he's like, oh, I know what to do. I have this special glass cleaner. I have this like very fine, you know, steel wool, and then this microfiber cloth. Did the job. Amazing. Just, you know, few seconds. And he's like, oh, by the way, take it home. I have extra, you know, so now I have that in our house as many of our things. So he was a collector. And I think as you know, our family knows, he was a collector of clothes. So one of the things we do when we come to Lima is we like to, you know, get out, go to Lima Mall, shop. We bring back clothes. His first thing is, wait, what did you get? You got that shirt? I have it. And he'll go to his closet. I'm like, I don't know that size works for me. He's like, that's okay, I have a different size, you know? And it was amazing also how shockingly low price he paid to get these shirts, you know? He was a master shopper to add to his other talents. But all jokes aside, you know, Harshad Shroff is going to be remembered for many things by all of us. A successful businessman, a revered member of this Lima community, a loyal friend. But the thing that I will remember the most about my father-in-law was his love and devotion to his family as a husband, father, and grandfather. Thank you.
Thank you, Masi and Masa, for sharing. I will always remember how Dada taught us at an early age the proper way to count cash and specifically help fill the coin rolls of quarters. Each dollar must face the same direction, must have no wrinkles, and each roll needs exactly 40 quarters. Next, we would like to invite Harshad Dada and Purniba's other daughter and son-in-law, and my parents, Saloni and Tejas Shah, from Chicago.
चंदा ने पूछा तारों से, तारों ने पूछा हजारों से, सबसे प्यारा कौन है? पापा, मेरे पापा, ओ पापा, मेरे पापा. My dearest Daddy, I miss you. I miss your wittiness and your sense of humor during our day-to-day conversations, which all of us will always remember. I am so thankful that we were able to come and meet you twice within 1 month. This last month, to simply spend time with Satyaj and Sanji. Nital was also able to come to Lima, and Daddy, you told me that you are very happy that we both were able to come to Lima together. This was just 1 week ago. Last time we met, we were debating on what, Daddy, your favorite mithai was. We kept asking him, what is your favorite mithai? Is it gari or is it magaj? Or is it something else? He wasn't able to make a decision. My dad ate magaj every single day. That is the reason I learned how to make magaj out of all the other sweets, just so that he wouldn't miss magaj ever. My parents came to the United States in 1980, as all of you guys have heard. Nital and I came to America 1 year after them. On the very day we landed in the United States, the first thing my dad did was take Nital and I to a department store called Rinks just to buy us a toy car. We girls did not even care about cars at that point. Daddy, there's so much you have taught me. As Nital said, you've taught me how to change the oil in the car, to painting the house, and overall how to be self-sufficient in every aspect. You intentionally did not give us everything we asked for, just so that we could learn how to be self-sufficient. You just didn't want to spoil us. I am at peace today, knowing that you have achieved Samadhi Maran, which means that you have reached death with peace, serenity, and equanimity. I am at peace that you have achieved your dream of staying in Lima, Ohio, at the Colonial Motel, and not moving anywhere till your last breath. I will continue to pray that your soul enlightens to the path of moksha.
Pranam and good afternoon. I don't have any speech written because it is impossible to describe someone's journey that you have cherished for years in 2 to 4 or 5 minutes. Mother is the heart of the family, but father is the head of the family. And him being a genuinely a true father for all of us. And especially for me, when I lost my dad in a very early stage of career when I was establishing in the US, he stood by me, provided me a tremendous amount of moral support, although he was not a professional as I am, but his coaching, his mentorship was tremendously valuable to become what I am today. He coached with very simple but very, very practical life values that we will cherish for years and years, and we were fortunate to share with our children to become a very successful individual the way he is. Over the years, we feel that I am their son-in-law, means Jamai, but I never felt a thing being Jamai. Him and I become a very good friend. And those of you know, I am also belong to a Surat community, Surat area by roots, and he is a pure Surti. So when we became friends, we started talking pure Surti. And you all know what Surti speaks. I don't want to say it here. But that's how is our relationship, that we never had a barrier of sharing a simple truth and in a very simple way and most friendliest way. He always had one complaint with me. And sorry, Dad, I could not fulfill that. I don't enjoy dhari, I don't enjoy vedmi, and I don't enjoy magaj. So I don't eat those whenever he wants me to eat. and our argument starts at midnight because he eats at every day midnight, as she said, and I don't eat anything. I end up eating popcorn. Sorry, Dad. We'll definitely have to do that journey some other day. And I really want to have you in my life for every year, every life of my life. Being connected very heavily with Chicago Jain Sangh, and man, I'm fortunate to become more spiritual over the years, and God has blessed me with many different things to become where we are. And you all know that તમને ખબર છે કે he doesn't believe too much on Jain rituals and scriptures and everything. એટલે always argument કરે મૂકને હવે એટલે કે don't do it, you don't have to do all those things what I do. But by at heart, he was so humble, so generous. Any project that Cincinnati Jain Sangh will launch, any initiative being laid out to him, he would be the first one to support that. He was fortunate to be one of the founding pioneering member of the Cincinnati Sangh and supported always for any cause that Sangh need. Moreover, he goes around the nation and support any centers in the North America and India for a good cause. He and my mom, with family members, did a lot for the care of Maharaj Sahib, that is Jain monks in India. Though he didn't believe, but he would never say no for such community and the need for the religion. That's the learning we have, that you may not believe in things, but how important it is for others, he always take care of it. He always believed to support and provide services to his friends, family, and the community. Many of you know, especially the Lima people. What is the Lima city says that real American strength, if you remember, if you go around I-75, you have seen that sign. I would call Lima is his real strength. His soul and heart was in Lima. The community here in Lima was his strength. He was glued to it. Without Lima, he was incomplete. And it's not because of the town, it's because of the people around him, his friends, the community that he was associated with, tremendously motivating him and keep it going. I have seen doctors providing services to my family, tremendous services. I really want to thank all of you for being part of their life, even though we are away, but you were the real supporters and took care of them years after year. Thank you for that. Last but not least, it is definitely a time which we cannot turn back and make what we want, but we'll have to accept the fact and move on. These gaps cannot be filled with anything, but I'll certainly pray our God to rest his soul in peace and make us strong like him to take upon any challenges that we come along in our lives. Daddy, we'll miss you. You will be always in our hearts and prayers, and your coachings will be our command. Thank you. Thank you for everything you have done to us, and thank you for giving us, being part of your life, and helped us grow. Pranam.
Thank you all for sharing the wonderful stories and memories of our Harshad Dada. A lot of good memories. The one thing I will always remember, and this is something that I tell my friends, that my Dada always says, never think twice or compromise on food. I tell my friends this, and I guess the trait has passed along. When I went to college in Champaign, when I went to study abroad in Vienna, when I moved to New York, constantly he said, just don't think twice about food, enjoy it, eat whatever you want, just make sure you're healthy with that. So, that's something that I'll always carry. Dada set the foundation for our family here. And if it weren't for him and the risks and challenges that he took and the support from the local Lima community, we would not be here today. So myself, our family, and everyone here, will remember all of those lessons that he taught us. As we conclude, we would like to invite everyone for a final viewing. So as you wrap up here, please line up here on the side. And please also join us for lunch afterwards at the Quality Inn.
Just to reiterate, we will start the viewing from the right side and come along and view whether the rose petals will be offered. Feel free to offer him. And exit it from this way. From his desire, we request everyone to join us for a food at Quality Inn in Lima after the viewing. Thank you.
અજ્ઞાન નીકળે કોઈ જીવ એનાથી બચે તો ના કર્મોની કરામત કેવી છે સિદ્ધાંત સનાતન છે એના જેવાવ્યું છે તે લણવાનું એનો ન્યાય જગતમાં જાહેર છે જે આપ્યું છે તે મળવાનું જે આપ્યું છે તે મળવાનું સુખ દુઃખનું કારણ સમજી લે જીવ કોઈને દોષિત ગણતો ના કર્મોની કરામત કેવી છે સતી સીતાને અંજના દેવી નિર્દોષ છતાં વનમાં રજળે નિજ સત્યમાં રહેતી સ્થિર સદા તો એ કલંક એના શિર ચડે તો એ કલંક એના શિર ચડે સતીઓનું જીવન સ્વીકારી લે જીવ ક્યાંય બીજે તું ફરતો ના કર્મોની કરામત કેવી છે મોંઘેરો માનવ જન્મ મળ્યો તું માનવતાને પીછાણી લે કોઈ આતમને સંતાપ નહીં એ માર્ગ છે મુક્તિનો જાણી લે એ માર્ગ છે મુક્તિનો જાણી લે જય ઝંખે છે અંતિમ શ્વાસે જીવ ભાવ સમાધિથી ડગતો ના કર્મોની કરામત કેવી છે એનો તાગ કદીએ મળતો ના જ્ઞાની હો કે અજ્ઞાની ભલે કોઈ જીવ એનાથી બચતો ના કર્મોની કરામત કેવી છે.
લાખો લડાવ્યા લાડ તમને કોડ સૌ પૂરા કર્યા લાખો લડાવ્યા લાડ તમને કોડ સૌ પૂરા કર્યા એ કોડના પુરનારના કોડ પુરવા ભૂલશો નહીં લાખો કમાતા હો ભલે મા બાપ જેથી ના ઠર્યા એ લાખ નહીં પણ રાખ છે લાખ નહીં પણ રાખ છે એ માનવું ભૂલશો નહીં ભૂલો ભલે બીજું બધું મા બાપને ભૂલશો નહીં સંતાનથી સેવા ચાહો તો સંતાન છો સેવા કરો સંતાનથી સેવા ચાહો તો સંતાન છો સેવા કરો જેવું કરો તેવું ભરો એ ભાવના ભૂલશો નહીં ભીને સુઈ પોતે અને સુકે સુવાડા આપને ભીને સુઈ પોતે અને સુકે સુવાડા આપને એ અમીમય આંખને અમીમય આંખને ભૂલીને ભીજવશો નહીં ભૂલો ભલે બીજું બધું મા બાપને ભૂલશો નહીં પુષ્પો બિછાવ્યા પ્રેમથી જેણે તમારા રાહ પર પુષ્પો બિછાવ્યા પ્રેમથી જેણે તમારા રાહ પર એ રાહ બરનારા પર કંટક કદી બનશો નહીં ધન ખર્ચતા મળશે બધું ધન ખર્ચતા મળશે બધું માતા પિતા મળશે નહીં એના પુનિત ચરણો તણી એના પુનિત ચરણો તણી એક ચાહના ભૂલશો નહીં ભૂલો ભલે બીજું બધું મા બાપને
At this time, we ask that, other than the immediate family, if everybody would leave the chapel to leave the family to have some personal time at this time. Yeah. And at this time, if you want to continue on to the Quality Inn for the luncheon, you can do so at this time as well. Thank you. I'll make an announcement.
सच्चिदानंदी सिद्ध स्वरूपी अविनाशी हूँ आत्मा छू सच्चिदानंदी सिद्ध स्वरूपी अविनाशी हूँ आत्मा छू सहजानंदी सिद्ध स्वरूपी अविनाशी हूँ आत्मा छू सच्चिदानंदी 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 सिद्ध स्वरूपी अविनाशी हूँ आत्मा छू सहजानंदी सिद्ध स्वरूपी अविनाशी हूँ आत्मा छू सच्चिदानंदी सिद्ध स्वरूपी अविनाशी हूँ आत्मा छू सच्चिदानंदी सिद्ध स्वरूपी अविनाशी हूँ आत्मा छू सच्चिदानंदी सिद्ध स्वरूपी अविनाशी सहजानंदी सिद्ध स्वरूपी अविनाशी हूँ आत्मा छू सहजानंदी सिद्ध स्वरूपी अविनाशी हूँ आत्मा छू सच्चिदानंदी सिद्ध स्वरूपी अविनाशी हूँ आत्मा छू अविनाशी हूँ आत्मा छू
लगनी लागी रे हमने प्रभु तारा हो जी रे लगनी लागी रे हमने प्रभु तारा
प्रभु तारा नामनी रे मुक्ति नारी दामनी
लगनी लागी रे हमने प्रभु तारा नामनी हो जी रे लगनी लागी रे हमने प्रभु तारा नामनी युग युग थी जंखे प्रभु जी तमने अजीवड़ो युग युग थी जंखे प्रभु जी तमने अजीवड़ो जो जे बुझाय ना रे काया के रो दीवड़ो जो जे बुझाय ना रे काया के रो दीवड़ो
प्रभु तारा नामनी
लगनी लागी रे हमने प्रभु तारा नामनी हो जी रे लगनी लागी रे हमने प्रभु तारा नामनी भक्ति नो वैभव दे दे आशा नथी कोई बीजी भक्ति नो वैभव दे दे आशा नथी कोई बीजी हीरा मोती कंचननी माया न देता प्रभु जी हीरा मोती कंचननी माया न
નિરંતર પ્રપંચમાં પડ્યો છું, અજ્ઞાનથી અંત થયો છું. મારામાં વિવેક શક્તિ નથી અને હું મૂળ છું. હું નિરાશ્રિત છું, અનાથ છું. નિરાગી પરમાત્મા, હું હવે તમારા ધર્મનું અને તમારા મુનિનું શરણ ચહું છું. મારા અપરાધ ક્ષત થઈ તે સર્વ પાપથી મુક્ત થાઓ એ મારી અભિલાષા છે. આગળ કરેલા પાપોનો હું હવે પશ્ચાતાપ કરું છું. જેમ જેમ સૂક્ષ્મ વિચારથી ઊંડો ઉતરું છું, તેમ તેમ તમારા તત્વના ચમત્કારો મારા સ્વરૂપનો પ્રકાશ કરે છે. તમે નિરાગી, નિર્વિકારી, સચ્ચિદાનંદ સ્વરૂપ, સહજાનંદી, અનંત જ્ઞાની, અનંતદર્શી અને ત્રૈલોક્ય પ્રકાશક છો. હું મારા માત્ર હિતને અર્થે તમારી શાસ્ત્રીય ક્ષમા ચાહું છું. એક પળ પણ તમારા કહેલા તત્વની શંકા ન થાય. તમારા કહેલા રસ્તામાં અહોરાત્ર રહું, એ જ મારી આકાંક્ષા અને વૃત્તિ થાઓ. હે સર્વજ્ઞ ભગવાન, તમને વિશે શું કહું? તમારાથી કઈ અજાણ નથી. પશ્ચાતાપથી હું દુર્જન્ય ઈચ્છું છું. ઓમ શાંતિ શાંતિ શાંતિ. We all good? Go.
Everybody can go, family go this way, everybody go that way. Yeah. And then we're both going to meet up outside.
Tom's going to lead you across to the crematory through these doors here, and then the rest of us can come this way. I know that we have somebody trying to come to the restroom back there, so we might want to wait for her to come back. She's back. Sanji, Nina, let's get them this center. Let's all take a jump. We'll turn it here. Namo Jinanam Jayavayanam. 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 Namo Jinanam